All right, how y'all doing? Just wanted to talk a little bit about these broadheads that we're going to test. This video was recorded back on July 4th, and we actually almost lost the footage. Don't ask me how we got it back, because I have no idea. I'm not the most technologically savvy person, that's for sure. Watch out. But nonetheless, we did get it back. Able to edit the video, but upon editing I did realize that we didn't really talk much about the broadhead itself. This is a pretty low profile double bevel broadhead made by True Blue. It's called the Impulse. I believe it is a 1 1/8 inch cut in diameter, made of high quality carbon steel. As far as looks go, it looks really good. Kind of looks like it's got the black Cerakoted, almost maybe powder coated finish on the areas of the broadhead that obviously haven't been, grinded or sharpened. But straight out of the box, it looks good. Okay, so one thing I did want to do real quick was a little sharpness test straight out of the package. They look fairly sharp. Yeah, they look fairly sharp, but I believe they're machine sharpened, but we just wanted to test them straight out of the package. So we're going to do the old timer way. You may have seen your dad or your granddad. It's the way my dad does it. Try to slice down a sheet of paper. See what happens. There we go. Not bad. Straight out of the box, it will do what you need to do on an animal. But I would like to see it just a hair sharper. So I'd say before we throw these in the quiver for the season coming up, we got a buddy sharpens knives and broadheads and stuff. We'll probably send them off to him, let him throw an edge on them a little bit, and just add to the confidence. But real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and roll that footage from July 4th. Where we did all our testing, and then I'll come back at the end and do like a little overview. Alright, so we are out here this evening. We are going to test these new True Blue Impulse solid one-piece broadheads. 2-blade, they are double bevel. They look pretty nasty, but we're gonna run through some tests. I think we're gonna just shoot them regular at a target at like 20 yards, shoot them regular at a target at like 60 yards. I think we might try to shoot them through a 2x4, just to see kind of like from a durability standpoint. But me, Travis, we got our buddy Justin with us. We're all gonna try them out. We all got different bow setups, different arrow setups. We'll talk about those here in a few, but 100 grain, True Blue Impulse, little test run. Excited to do it. Let's see how it goes.
Alright, new Impulse broadhead by True Blue. I'm shooting a Hoyt Pro Defiant Turbo. Right about 83, 84 pounds on the draw. Right at a 500 grain arrow. It's shooting about 112 pounds per square inch of kinetic energy. So this is my first shot here at 20 yards this broadhead, so we're going to see how it does.
Can't ask for much better than that. Call a taxidermist.
I got a Hoyt Torex XT here, shooting about 70 pounds on the weight. True broadhead. We'll see what we got.
I like that target though.
All right, regular Hoyt Defiant here. 4th of July. 28.5-inch draw. I'm shooting right at like 74, 75 pounds, something like that. True Blue Impulse, 20 yards. Let's see what happens. All right, 20 yards, pretty good. Where are you going? 20 yards felt pretty good. We're all gonna slide back to 60, I believe, and see what happens. I think me and Justin was off just a hair, but that could just be us pulling. We have been in the sun all day. Golfing this morning.
It's 45.
Pull all day, 45. Let's make it 50. We're gonna slide to 50. Money. All right, so these things are shooting money for Travis. Justin's fixing to take his turn at 50, then I'll take mine. So far, these jokers ain't bad. So without telling us, Justin went for the top circle, and hey, ain't too bad for 50 yards.
All right, I've already made my shot at 50 yards. Did extremely well for me. Money shot, money shot. Corey's about to take his shot at 50 and see how his does. As soon as we get done with this, we're gonna put up a 2x4. We're gonna shoot a 2x4. We're gonna see how it does against the 2x4. True Blue was courteous enough to give us these broadheads and wanted us to shoot them, test them, do everything we could with them. So that's what we're gonna do. So big thanks to them. Big thanks to them, but we're gonna put these to the test. So far as flight and sound, they're very quiet broadhead. They're top notch right now.
Okay, so Travis decided that did not need to film that one, I guess, but 50 yards, money shot. Got the 2x4 set up. I think we're gonna try to shoot it like, one of us shoot high, one of us shoot middle, one of us shoot low. Got a 2x4, I'd say it's close to 30 yards, so see what happens. Durability test. So Justin's shot was just a little high and left, and there's absolutely no damage done to the True Blue whatsoever.
Apparently I gotta clean up the fireworks shit up.
Spin it. So a little torture test on a 2x4. Clean through it and into the target. No hesitation. So not only are they accurate, they're quiet, and they're definitely durable.
The True Blue Impulse, solid head. Flew really well. It flew better for some than others. It didn't fly as well for me, but I'm also dealing with a little bit of an issue with punching my release a little bit, so it could have completely been me. It shot wonders for Travis. I don't know if I got it on video, but Travis actually shot it, I think, at 50 yards and turned and looked at me, and you know, I think I cut the camera, but he basically said, here's what I'm shooting this year. He used to shoot the crossbreed from True Blue, and I think ever since the flight test, the accuracy test, he has since then decided this is his head of choice, at least for this season. Like I say, I'm fairly impressed with it myself. Split that 2x4 like it wasn't nothing. The only thing that I would like to see changed, can't all be good, is the sharpness test. You can see it did cut it, but you can see these kind of burrs on the edges and stuff. You could feel when you were doing it, you could feel the paper kind of dragging across it, and you almost had to somewhat do a little bit of a sawing motion in order to get it to cut. Plenty sharp enough to do the trick on probably any animal you're ever going to shoot. But if I had to pick something to complain about a little bit, that would be the only thing. It's straight out of the package. They aren't as sharp as I would love to see them. Looks good, flies good, and you know, cuts paper relatively well. So throw a little bit of edge on these, and I would feel 10 out of 10 confident throwing these in my quiver for the entire season. All right, y'all. So I got to thinking. It's gonna be clips in this video from like 3 or 4 different days combined. So I got to thinking, why not do a little bit of a tougher torture test on this broadhead? That seems like it's what True Blue wants. It wants to test it out. And honestly, we're curious to see. Deer are tough animals. That's primarily what we hunt. You know, we'll bow hunt turkeys and stuff too. We don't have as great of an opportunity as far as like hogs go. Or I mean, we've got some elk in Kentucky, but you gotta be lucky enough to get drawn, and that's just kind of outside of our range. We're deer hunters and turkey hunters. That's what we are. So we kind of want to base these tests off of deer. Deer are super tough animals. We all know that. Everybody has shoulder shot deer before and never found them. So test these broadheads out. I've got this is 8 sheets thick of aluminum that you use to trim around your doors. Thankfully, I just put 2 new doors in my house, so I had to trim them. And I had some leftover trim. So this is 8 layers. When you squeeze it together, it's probably, I'm gonna say, it's just over an 1/8 inch thick. It might be close to a 1/4. But shoot the old True Blue Impulse here, probably 20 yards, something like that, and just see how it holds up. If it survives 1, we might do 2. If it survives 2, we might just go until it breaks. But this I feel like is much tougher than a scapula, but it's going to be kind of an extreme representation. So see what happens. I didn't think about this, but this is a bag target. So it can be kind of hard to get these broadheads out. Maybe. It's pretty old and dry rotted, so I might get lucky, but well, hell. I just pulled the blades out from the shank, and they're down in my target. Definitely a good shot. I mean, accuracy is money. As far as durability goes, it is, I mean, it's split all the way through the backside. I mean, the broadhead definitely did its job. I think that is an error on my part, because like I say, these bags are meant to shoot field tips in, and I just shot a broadhead. So I think that's on me. Regardless, if that was a deer, broadhead did its job. Even if it did break after the shot, you're still gonna find that deer. So I would consider that a success. Some people, obviously, I'm sure would have liked to seen me shoot this 15 times and nothing ever happened. But as far as from a hunting standpoint goes, 1 shot, 1 kill, the broadhead definitely did its job.